Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Thursday morning, September 22nd, 8:30. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News. Welcome you to the broadcast. Before we get going, our morning ritual. Oh, God. Sometimes it's just hard to live without those first couple of sips. Okay. First of all, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smash that like button if you do like the video. Get in contact with us on for our marketing and advertising opportunities. Follow us on Twitter at FloridaLX. Follow us on Facebook at FLA LAX NEWS. It's also the same on our slightly used Instagram and the website floridalacrossenews.com. Well, it was turning out to be a relatively quiet 2 days since the last broadcast, and then all of a sudden things really started to break, and a lot of stuff came out that certainly is newsworthy. First of all, Brian Kingsbury has left his position as the only Lynn head coach since their inaugural season. He built the team from scratch. And I can tell you that, I got to know Brian very well. Obviously, being in Boca, I would get over, watch some. Those of you who know, I've watched Lynn games for fun, when I just want to get out and watch a game. Got to know the staff, got to know the players over the years. And so I'm going to miss Brian. And I do know where he's going to be going to, but he's asked me not to say it until it's official and the contract's been signed. So yeah, he didn't leave it for no particular reason. He's left it for a different opportunity. Okay, some more big time commitments are rolling in, and we'll do the boys first. St. Edward's 2023 Ford Norris has committed to Manhattan. Ford, if you need a little bit of input on things to do and places to go to in Manhattan, let me know. Although I've been down here 31 years, I did spend 8 previous years living in Manhattan. Congrats to you on that. And I expect to see a commitment submission from you. Gulf Coast Shaden Shields has committed to American International. We have American Heritage Delray's 2024 Carolyn Bird committing to Michigan. Also, American Heritage Delray's 2024 Brooke Goldstein committing to Clemson. Tampa Lax Report reported Newsom 2024 Gracie Ochoa committing to Mercer. And Bartram Trail this morning, caught it this morning, 2024 Ryan Frechette is committed to the Gators. Congrats, Ryan. And also Bartram 2023 Audrey Ferrara has committed to Newbury. And Audrey's already submitted her commitment questionnaire. Thank you, Audrey. We'll put that up later today. And so, just as I've said before, please, kids, if you've done a commitment, please do your commitment article. It's very easy to do. And believe me, they get read a lot. Think about all those younger kids who look up to you. They'd love to hear from you about how you went through the process and how you evolved as a player. The Bartram girls are also going to be holding clinics on October 5th and October 12th at Jurlington Creek Plantation Park. You could go to grizzlieslaxclub.com to get information and to sign up for it. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we've got the PLL came out with their All-Pro team yesterday. First team on attack, Lyle Thompson, Kieran McCardle, Rob Pinnell. Second team attack, Matt Rambo, Jeff Teat, and Brendan Nickturn. And midfield, first team, Tom Schreiber, Zach Courier, Brad Smith. Second team, Charlie Bertrand, Connor Kelly, and Dane Smith. On defense, first team, JT Giles Harris, Garrett Epple, the Boca kid, and Matt Dunn. Second team defense, Mike Manley, Graham Hossack, and Liam Burns, former launch. That's 2 former launches already. In goal, first team, Kyle Bernlohr. Second team, Blaze Reardon. That must have been a close vote. And I don't know if anyone caught it, but Dylan Ward had a little fun with a tweet yesterday that he said, I'd have given up the championship to make the first team All-Pro goalie. And of course, he's not serious about that. But, Dylan, again, I got to know a little bit down here. He's a good guy. I could tell you that those 3, trying to choose between those 3, I'm glad I didn't have to do it. Face-off, Trevor Baptist, first team, and Joe Nardella, the second team. I think Joe also played a little bit with the launch. Long stick midi, Michael Earhart, first team. CJ Costabile, second team. Short stick defensive midi, Danny Logan, first team. Ryan Terefenko, second team. Congrats to all of you. Okay, a shout out to Casey Powell, friend of the site, who tore his Achilles tendon. Went back and forth a little bit yesterday. He says that it's about another 5 months of rehab, which is about half the time that it took me to do mine. But, I was back in 1988. The technology is a little different today. Get well, Casey. Hopefully you'll be able to come back and play some too. Nick Dworet, the open water race is coming up on October 1st. If you haven't already done your registration, please do so. And it's fairly easy to find that online and the location for it. Always a good a charitable event down here. Nick, one of the victims of the Stoneman Douglas shootings. And this is a great way for all of us to keep remembering what happened and to keep in touch with these things. I wanted to talk. Let me get this one in first. Anthony Corselli has submitted, as I mentioned before, he has submitted his first part to his lacrosse background. Anthony now signed in NLL with Vancouver, and we've asked him to sort of diarize the experience. And I do have the first draft from him. I'm going to be wordsmithing it just a little bit, and hopefully we'll have it up probably. I'm guessing probably more likely tomorrow because we're kind of getting the commits in a little, and I kind of would prefer to get those up first. But I can tell you that Anthony's story is pretty interesting, and you're going to enjoy reading it. Now, one thing. Joe Keegan, 10-man ride, great Twitter site. Joe is the person, I don't know if you get his email or not. I do. I think Joe's one of the best kept secrets in the sport. Joe does a great job of breaking down game film in an easy way and posting videos and analyzing them. And he's been doing it for the PLL all season. I'm going to put up what he sent us in the email today. If it's not kosher to do so, then we'll take it down afterwards. But I want to give everyone a taste of what Joe does, because if you see it, I'd love for you to sign up for his email, follow him on Twitter. I can tell you that it is very much worth the time. I've been corresponding with Joe for a while. If my memory is correct, I think I met him for the first time at the MLL championship game in Frisco. If not, sorry, but 64-year-old memories, and I do my best in those things. And we've been corresponding. He corresponded a little bit before even we met in person. But I really am a fan of Joe's work. And I think that as a lacrosse fan, you'll be a fan of his too if you haven't already checked him out. So, look for that later today also. And Joe, just keep up the great work and stay in touch. And, one of these days, maybe when we're at a point where we can do it, we can have Joe maybe on a Varsity Sports Network broadcast. That would be kind of cool. Maybe we could spend a half hour with some game film at a high school game and get Joe's take on it so that you can kind of see the type of analysis that is done at the pro level, at the high school and college level, give you a little bit of a taste of what coaches are looking for when they watch their game films. And I think that anything like that that helps a parent or a player or a fan sort of appreciate what they're seeing on the field at a little more in-depth ability and knowledge. Okay. All right, just make sure we've got everything covered. Again, best wishes to Casey in your recovery. Let's always remember, grow the game, respect the game, honor the game. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News. We'll see you on Tuesday morning at 8:30, and so long from the Sunshine State.